Right. This is gonna be a remake of the fucking video I just did because I sat here for 40 minutes just talking about how shit Fortnite gone, and then I just realised my mic was on mute. I hate being so fucking dumb sometimes, genuinely. Anyway, my points were, alright, just how shit Fortnite has gotten. Because at this point, alright, it's in a constant state of Ouroboros with Call of Duty, and Ouroboros, the whole premise is it's a cycle of self-preservation and what's it called? It's just It's like self-healing and self-destruction. Now, is it self-destruction? I don't want to say self-harm because it might trigger some sort of backlash. Yeah, it's self-preservation and self-destruction, where the whole premise is a snake eating itself, because also it's healing, as in it's eating and it's getting some sort of nutrients to heal itself, but then also it's eating itself, it's destroying it. So anyway, there's that, and obviously how shit the game is because of how many collab. Let's be honest, it's just collabs. It is just purely collabs now. Like, think of how many collabs we've had over the past, I don't know, year. Just to name a few, we've had Resident Evil Requiem this year. We've had fucking Transformers. I think no, was that 2 years ago? That might have been 2 years ago. Anyway, we had The Simpsons. We had a whole Simpsons season, a whole last season of just animated shit. Like, I guess seasons are popular. Simpsons are popular, but just why? Another thing, we were we were kind of scammed, really, because there was a whole theory that that Resident Evil, like Chris, Jill, Leon, and that, they were all going to return in May with obviously Resident Evil Requiem and that stuff. What did we get? Just Grace, just Grace Ashcroft. That was it. Nothing more, nothing less. We just got Grace as a skin, and that was it. Am I mad Grace was added? No, I like Grace. She's not that bad actually. She's a bit better than Ashley because she actually does stuff with like guns and shit. But she's not exactly leagues better because she's basically the same person just with a handgun and a more effective combat strategy. So yeah, there's that. And another thing I wanted to point out is just, oh my god, it's just how shit the lore is now. There is no lore left in this fucking game. I'm sorry, there just isn't. There just isn't. You have to think. You had back in chapter 3. You had the whole plot with the seven. You had the fucking like. You had so much. You had obviously the collision event, I think, happened in chapter 3 and stuff like that. And then you also had the what's her fucking name? The herald at the end and shit. And all the chrome and stuff like that. You could see the fucking map progressively like dying or whatever. You saw all this happening, and then obviously it all changed and shit. But now their thought of an event is just having some fucking singer come on and just go, yo, yo, oh, yeah, I'm from the hood, yo, it's so tough. That is just their event now. That's just their event. It's just not good. Their events are shit now, and it's like I mentioned earlier, which you wouldn't have heard because I fucking had my mic off. But I said basically what they should do is they should talk to the community, like the Fortnite community. They should try and talk to as many people as possible, or they should at least put like a fucking a vote or something like on what they should do, and on that should be if they should try and improve the story, improve the gameplay, or improve the graphics or some shit. Because the graphics don't matter. I mean, look at Chris compared to like old skins. He's a lot more realistic than what Fortnite used to be. If you put him in OG Fortnite, he'd contrast so heavily with the graphics. He'd look like he was a fucking real human. And just another thing I actually did mention, but I just thought of, is the sprites. What the fuck is this brain rot fucking steal the brain rot piece of shit doing here? What? This is just Fortnite at its. We're at rock bottom. This is the bedrock of Fortnite's life. Because they're just adding fucking brain rot that gives you powers. Like, there's ones that heal you, there's ones that give you siphon, there's ones that completely heal you, like, for fucking no reason or whatever. What is this? And you have to call in, like, a little extraction unit just to get them out to save them or whatever. What the fuck? That's literally steal a brain rot. Like, what the hell? Why? Just why? These people are just, like, Fortnite is just really fucking shit now, genuinely. And, if you've been a long time viewer, which is probably unlikely, it's probably just gonna get, like, one day on trending, if that. Uh, fuck's sake, if you've been a long time viewer, you will know that I used to post Fortnite content religiously. I used to post Fortnite like once every day religiously. Now, you'd be lucky to get a Fortnite video once every month. And that's one that's longer than 30 seconds at the very least. Because the ones that I do are like an hour long, so like we're always with a friend. Because I could never find the fucking joy out of it on its own. And oh my god, so obviously, like I said, like me and my friends, obviously Harvey and David, how we used to play Fortnite religiously. We all just split up, gaming wise. Obviously, we're not. It's not that we're not friends anymore. We're still friends, perfectly fine. But David, I barely speak to. Harvey, I only see weekends. We have just gone off separate ways. As you'd have seen with my channel, because I'm the only one with the YouTube channel. I'm the only one who gives insight and shit like that. I obviously went off of Resident Evil. Harvey went off with Silent Hill, and then David went off with Cyberpunk and all that bollocks. And I've got to admit, Resident Evil 4, just Resident Evil 4 remake, right? I could play that like 5 times in a row and not get bored of it. Fortnite, I could do 10 matches, I could do 4 matches and I'd want to just end it. Because Fortnite's matches, they're just so boring. And yeah, you can argue, they're adding more stuff though. And they've got self-revives now, and they've got fucking, like, guns that slow down time, or at least guns that did slow down time and made you extremely more accurate. Like, you aren't Wesker. You aren't Wesker. Why are you doing this? Why are there guns that slow down time, make your shots more accurate, and shit like that? It's a load of bollocks. It genuinely is. It's just shit. I think what they should do, they should kind of revert back to basics, right? They should remove the sprites. They should make the self-revives harder to get, so you can't just stack them, or you can't stack them anyway, but so you can't just, like, steal them, constantly use them. They should do that, and they should also make stuff more interesting, because obviously, like, if you remember back in chapter 2, I think it was, with the Coral Buddies plotline, where you had to go and supply them with materials, and they would evolve, and then eventually they'd send a rocket into space as a little event, a mini event. Absolutely great idea. It was really interesting. It had some sort of, like, um interactive ability, shit like that, interactability or whatever. It was great. But Fortnite's with mini events and live events now, just don't. It's just essentially a video or a live stream. That's all they are. They're just a live stream. There's nothing there. Like, at least during the Fracture event, when the cutscenes were the best part of the event, at least you had, like, an hour where you actually had to do something. Now, you just watch, like, Snoop Dogg on fucking live just bloody singing, and it's like, what is this? This isn't an event, this is just a fucking video. If I wanted to see this, I'd just go on YouTube. It'd be fucking easier than logging in, waiting the 20 minutes to get into a server, and then this. And it's just ass. Honestly, this game is just going downhill. And one thing that I've noticed, right, is how there was a high probability that we were going to get all the Resident Evil characters to come back in May, obviously with the release of Requiem, or February with the release of Requiem. I can't remember when it uploaded. I think it was February 27th. Anyway, so there's that. We were meant to get, hopefully we were going to get Leon S. Kennedy, Chris like I'm wearing now, because he's the only Resident Evil character I ever got, because he's the coolest in my opinion. Don't kill me. And we went to get those two. Jill, I think, is one of them. Claire, I know, is one of them. And obviously Grace, who did show up, but she was the only one there. What they could have done is, if they were only going to add Requiem characters, they could have added Grace, Zeno, even Gideon, even Victor Gideon. It still would have made more sense. Because Victor Gideon's a fucking tyrant in the game, and he's taller than Zeno and Grace by like a long shot. So it wouldn't be as if height was a constraint or anything. But no, they just won't do it. Another thing, right? Just think of this. How many collabs have we had in the past, like, few months? Just too many. Just too many. And one thing I've noticed, right, is just how many overall collabs they have. Think, if I name 5 off the top of my head, that's easy. Pirates of the Caribbean, Transformers, fucking Resident Evil, what else? Oh yeah, Marvel, DC, John Wick, Venom, and all of that. Like, Fortnite's just it's so saturated by collabs. If you had to do a ratio on original characters to collab characters, I guarantee you the collabs would be like double the fucking size and mass of the non-collabs, because that's all they are now. For every fucking if I go into the fucking battle pass right now, look at this. Like just look at this. This bitch is obviously original. This guy's original. All these, she isn't. Who the fuck is this? I didn't do that. No, fuck's sake. Who is this bitch? Honestly, who is this? Another thing, why is Fortnite adding like extremely skimpy looking women? Because like, if you took off that fur coat, she'd be basically wearing nothing. If you look at the Poison Ivy skin that was in the item shop not long ago, it was actually fucking slutty. Obviously, anime John Wick. I understand that they've got to try and bring back John Wick for the people that couldn't get him. But John Wick is he's an item shop skin, just bring him back, you cheap prick. Okay, I actually kind of like that guy, he's got a cool bloody backpack. Anyway, off topic, right? Who is this bitch? Who is this guy? Who is this guy? I know I can tell he's a singer, because they all have that weird fucking look to them. Oh, and yeah, look. Homer. Fucking Homer. We already had Homer, but now we've got to have more of him, apparently. Hey, Homer's Cadillac car bullshit. Oh yeah, fucking Ice Spice. Why is Ice Spice here? Why are there even singers in fucking Fortnite? What sort of bloody, like, correlation is there between Fortnite, a game about battling to the death, and like surviving impossible odds and shit? What is the correlation between that and fucking just like what is the correlation between fighting for your life and surviving and being the victor in all of this versus just someone who sings about I don't even fucking know, just being a woman or whatever. I've never listened to Ice Spice songs. I don't care. I only listen to bloody Till Lindemann and Rammstein because that's like my favourite song ethic. I like the idea of the chess piece stuff, but that's just stupid. Another thing, the sidekicks. I don't mind the sidekicks. Some of them are actually quite adorable. But just, oh my god, they just make no sense sometimes. And all these songs and shit. Oh yeah, this was, we all knew this was coming. Fucking typical gamer. This guy, has fallen off so bad in terms of fucking like popularity and shit like that. He was alright in popularity a few years ago. I don't even think he averages a few thousand viewers a live stream. These were pretty cool. Also, these have a bit of a dark backstory, don't you think? Like these are fucking cement shoes that are meant to drown you. Like that's a little bit of a fucking like bit of a dark thing to have in Fortnite, don't you think? Although to be fair, you've got fucking like Chris Redfield and shit. I like the inclusion of the custom cars though. These are cool. Don't get me wrong, but they need to add Jurassic Park Jeeps. But yeah, like, oh, this game is just fucking shit. Like the fucking gameplay gets boring after 2 minutes. The collabs are just constant. Like the collabs are the only thing that you can expect from them now. Can you expect a decent season? No. Can you expect a decent battle pass? No. Can you expect a fucking a collab? Yes, obviously. A collab's inevitable every fucking day. You don't know whether they're gonna announce a collab with bloody I don't know, just fucking someone random, or if they're gonna announce a bloody collab with a really popular series. What they should do is they should try and do what they used to, where whenever they had a collab, they would have a single POI for the collab to kind of show the honor, and then just leave it. Because think when the Predator came out, the Predator had obviously the Stealthy Stronghold POI. I only remember that because I recently remembered about the Predator collab. They had the Stealthy Stronghold, which people at first theorized was Jurassic Park, right? Because obviously the raptor pen is the same shape and like everything like that. Even I believed that theory, but then when I saw the crashed helicopter and obviously heard like the clicking in the forest of what the Predator noise makes, I realised it was the Predator because I've never seen Predator, admittedly, but I know what it's about and I know the whole lingo with it. But unfortunately, another thing, the most unfortunate thing about this is that any collab you like Fortnite, any collab in Fortnite that you like, whether it be Resident Evil, DC, Marvel, anything. For like kids that grew up with Fortnite, I didn't grow up with Fortnite. When I was young, when Fortnite was released, when I was like between the ages of like 5 to 9, I was playing either Resident Evil 5 mostly, Medal of Honor Frontline, or Minecraft. I mostly just played war games. I only got Resident Evil 5 back, obviously, like not too long ago, because like my brother kept pestering me about it to get it back, and also because I remembered how good it was, and I wanted to complete it. And I've mostly done that now. I'm on like the last 2 chapters, I think, because I've just got to complete the Wesker boss fight and go from there. So there's at least that to look forward to. And obviously, I've got to get David around to that because I do apologise if you don't like the split screen playthrough I'm doing of it. It was just easier, and also David really wants to get into Resident Evil, which I do quite like. I was happy that I was able to provide him with a franchise that he was going to enjoy, and he thinks he's going to enjoy or wants to enjoy, because he watched me play it, found it interesting, played a bit himself in co-op, and then enjoyed it, and he wants to do more of it. And he's actually quite enjoying the fact that we're doing this together, sort of thing, because it's the only Resident Evil apart from 6 that you can do as a co-op based playthrough. I do think they should make one of the remakes co-op, or at the very least they should just make an RE5 remake. That'd be a good thing to have. I can just imagine fucking Chris with the powering ability and shit. Oh god. I'm still surprised they haven't done that, but I know why they haven't. It's because the character enemies were black Africans and obviously racism, supposedly. Even though they're infected with Ouroboros and it has no correlation. In fact, it was probably more diverse that they included Africa, to be fair. They could have just had it as like the suburban white neighborhood number 1. Anyway, But yeah, Fortnite's just fucking, it is going downhill at a geometric rate. They're surviving off of collabs. Their main three modes are remix, reload, and fucking battle royale. The creative is essentially fucking just over and done with. And you know it's bad when fucking like custom created maps, like for example, are not exactly like the same, but stuff like, I don't know, fucking Fortnite finishes FFA. You know it's bad when that has a more devoted fan base than the main game itself. Even, I think even Save the World's going to get a bigger player base at this rate. But yeah, that's just, it is just terrible. Like, I just don't even know what to say anymore. I think I had more points previously, but I've forgotten a good chunk of them because I got too annoyed that I accidentally left my mic off. So if I think of anything more, I'll do a part 2 to this. Um, anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, or at least what you could of it. And if you're looking forward to Resident Evil 3 remake, I am trying to do more of that, but it's a bit hard because obviously Nemesis is after me constantly. I've gotten to the bit where I've gotten rid of the fire in the alleyway and shit like that. That's all done, but I'm being chased by Nemesis constantly now, and he's absolutely one-shotting me. So I'll try to get past it, but. Oh, another thing, if you're wondering what I'm going to do with Resident Evil 2 remake, I'm not recording the Claire segment. I am doing it actively. I'm getting through the Sherry segment as we speak, but I'm not going to record it because I only want to do Leon's to record. And to be fair, now that I've done Leon's, I feel like I could do Requiem and have some dignity on it. So yeah, I'll do that, and then once I've done RE3, obviously by then I've done RE2, 3, 4, hopefully, well yeah, 4 because I've already done 4, and hopefully by then 5. So I can go on to either 6 or Requiem. I'm not going to bother doing Village or anything like that because it's just not a great Resident Evil game. And also I hate how they just fucking absolutely massacred my favourite character, obviously Chris. They made him go from the action hero, like saving the world, fucking action hero type, to making him making him out to be a wife murderer. He's not. He's just that's just not how he would be. He should have just been handled better. But regardless, that's my little explanation of how I Fortnite's getting shitter. I hope you enjoyed what you could, and I'll see you in the next one. I don't have an outro, so just don't expect anything. Just bye.